There is much we don't know about the past. There is much that we have lost. There are also many reminders left for us. Some come from the mouths of our parents and their parents before them. Some come from the heirlooms left in our attics, or artifacts kept safe in museums. In much the same way, nature has its own museums. The secrets of the animals and plants are whispered for those who stop to listen. The forest is a living history book, telling stories from ages long ago. The trees tell us how harsh the past seasons were, and how plentiful their gifts. When on a walk through the forest, you may come upon a tree stump. At last, with the shield of its bark now stripped away, it bears its heart to you. On its worn face, beneath the moss and lichen, lies its story etched into wood. Ring within ring, growing tighter and smaller the closer it gets to the center, chronicles the life of the tree and the forest with it. Like notches in a doorway showing how you've grown over the years, these rings mark each year of growth. The light rings tell tales of spring. The larger they are, the more plentiful the sun and the rain the year. The dark rings are a testament to the tree's resilience, representing the wood grown in fall to shield itself from the harsh cold of winter. It even tells us when the forest was hurt, leaving dark scars in the rings. And so it tells us how well cared for it was throughout its life. No season is forgotten, no matter how sparse its rain or how hot its sun. Neither are their ancestors forgotten. Though a forest looks different over time, there are remnants of the trees that used to be. When a forest grows, it goes through many stages, and the trees that live there change. In its youth, there may be nothing more than shrubs and moss. Then, for a moment, pine trees emerge and form the canopy of the forest. As the pine trees grow tall, oak and hickory sprout seedlings, creating an understory. Over time, the pine trees begin to disappear. They have taken up so much space that the sun no longer reaches the forest floor, and so their seeds cannot grow, and no young pines take their place. The oak trees grow large and tall and take over the canopy. Then, after the hundreds of years it took for the forest to reach this point, the forest changes again. Sometimes there's a fire that destroys all the plants, or sometimes people clear out all of the trees to farm the land and make a home. But no matter how the forest disappears, with time it returns, starting with the shrubs and moss. We know its history because it lives it again and again. Even the shape of a lone tree can tell you what once was. You may see a giant standing tall in an open field. It towers over the landscape, with its crown of leaves high upon its head. While it's alone now, we know that it used to be surrounded by many trees. When a tree is very young, it decides whether it wants to reach out with its roots and grow wide, or if it wants to grow upwards and reach the sky. The roots may help it collect water it needs, and its height will expose its leaves to the sun that gives them the energy they need to grow food. When there are many trees in the same place, they have to compete with each other to get what they need, like running a race to win a medal. Only the tallest trees get to see the sun. So when there are many trees around a young sapling, it chooses to grow upward. Even when all those other trees are gone, it still grows straight up. In the same way, you may see a very large tree with sprawling roots and a wide plume of branches sitting staunchly in the dense forest. This wolf tree is a remnant of an old landscape. Existing long before any of its neighbors, this tree grew in an open field and chose to take up as much space as it could. Alone it basked in the sun, uninhibited by anything that may shade it, and took up as much water as it could want from the ground. Though the forest is crowded now, it reminds us of how life used to be. The forest is a living history book. Next time you are walking through, take the chance to stop and read it.